this morning. We've got two guys in the studio who are very smartly dressed, very turned out, just like their vehicles, I suppose. Good morning, James and Lee.
Good morning.
Good morning. Now, we're talking about the, JLR, Jaguar Land Rover, the new dealership. James, you're the head of business there, and what this investment that you've made in Bolton, I went in the showrooms a week today, it was, stunning, absolutely stunning. Is that the top end of how you do up a dealership these days?
I think it is. I think we've done what we set out to do, which was to build an exciting building and also to be attractive. We see it more as a destination for the town rather than just a car retailer. It's extremely high end, but we're welcoming all people from all walks of life, and that's really important that we get a big buy-in from the obviously the town of Bolton.
I mean, it's not just it's not just a car showroom. It's all part and parcel. Big glass windows. You're able to see into the service bay and actually watch my car being driven in up on the jacks and the inspection. And then the engineer sent me a video of something I've never seen before on the underside of my car. It's not something you would see, and it's all spotlessly clean for the moment. And I hope they're going to keep it that way.
Absolutely.
And Shanice was there, your PA, and she was helping me with a cup of coffee and a panini and a slice of cake, which I resisted. This is it's a whole new experience, isn't it?
It is.
As you say, it's a destination.
It is a destination. I think it's probably from our core values as a company. We will set out to deliver an outstanding motor experience. The comment you made there about being transparent, or the dealership's very transparent. You can see the customer journey from start to finish, and that's something we're really proud of. It's been a bit of an insight for some colleagues, so we've got some colleagues in the area of the business that are now on show all the time, which normally probably been used to being locked in an office or behind closed doors. So the customer journey for us is extremely important in getting that right. You're correct. It's not just about coming in and buying a car or having a car serviced. It's about us looking after you while you're in the building. So it's a great place to spend the day. We've got customers who turn up at 8 o'clock in the morning, will book their car in for service or any necessary repairs that the car's having. They'll spend the day with us. We've got areas for them to work, we've got free Wi-Fi, and we've got a team of showroom hosts that will look after you and cater for your every need. So yes, we offer food, cakes, the best coffee absolutely in Bolton, but we just want to look after you, and I think that's really, really important.
Who was the young man who was working behind the coffee shop? Tall lad. He's a dancer apparently.
That'll be Ashley.
Lovely lad, a great ambassador for the business, very impressive. So take that back to him. He did a good job. Now you mentioned the company ethos. Who is the company?
So the company behind our name as Farnell Jaguar Land Rover is Virtue Motors.
Virtue?
Yeah, so Virtue Motors. So they are also the company behind Bristol Street Ford next door. So the investment that we've put into the town has been huge, and obviously our CEO Robert Forrester continues to drive obviously the ethos through our business. And
can we mention numbers? How much has been invested?
We can, yes. I mean the investment is around £10 million.
£10 million
in the Jaguar Land Rover building alone. And we can kind of just touch on next door. Obviously, Bristol Street Ford, the investment there was £3 million. So it's been a significant investment just on that site alone.
It is indeed. Let's turn to Lee now. Lee, you're the brand manager for Jaguar. I hope you drive a Jaguar.
I do, yes, absolutely. We came in it this morning.
Oh, right. What were you driving this morning?
A Jaguar I-Pace.
An I-Pace? What's one of those?
It's Jaguar's first all-electric car, one of the first premium SUVs that are all-electric out in the market.
Okay. And that you charge that up, and it charges itself up as you go along?
It does. It does a bit of regenerative braking, but it does need plugging in every now and again. You can use that on a charging station throughout one of the motorway services, or at home, for instance, or we charge it at two charge points on site.
Fantastic. Now, Jaguar, for me, is Aston Martin anything to do with Jaguar anymore?
It was once of a day, it isn't now.
Yeah, because the shape of many of the F Type and the XK before that were very, very similar to the Aston Martin, but the Aston Martin's in a different price league. Although having seen that, what was that F Type that was in the showroom?
Oh, the SVR.
Yes. And that apparently has got a pigeon catcher on the roof because it can catch pigeons. That thing. How what's the power behind that?
575 horsepower in that car.
Wow. Goodness me!
Yeah, phenomenal.
And I loved it. I sat in it. Nobody came to tell it to me, mind you, so I don't know what was going on there. But anyway, it's a lovely car, and I was hoping you might have brought the keys in for me this morning for my birthday. But oh well, you have brought me some.
You never know. We might surprise you later.
You might surprise me later. So it is a prestige brand, is Jaguar, and for me, Jaguar has come into its own in the last maybe 10 years. It seemed to change from being an old man's brand with respect, but to now it's no matter which car you look at in the Jaguar range, and it's absolutely blatant advertising because I love the brand. There's all different sports in every part of the Jaguar range.
I think Jaguar is a sports car company at heart. Clearly, we do the XE and XF saloons, but they are based on a sports ethos. The sports saloons, and then we have the XJ, which is more the luxury limousine, and that again is based on a sportier driving style. And then we clearly have the F types through the range from the 2 litres to the SVRs, and yeah, they're all based in a sports car ethos, certainly. But
they're all very, very sumptuous inside, aren't they?
Absolutely,
lovely car.
Yes.
A friend of mine at the golf club bought which is the big one, the XJ. XJ. He saw an XJ advertised, and he rang up this dealership. I don't know whether it's one of yours or whether it was Jaguar dealership, and they said yes, it's got low mileage, it's in fantastic condition. Yes, it is 5 years old, but it's got a very low mileage. And he said, why has it got low mileage? Well, it's just got low mileage. Has it been a demo? No, it's not been a demo model. Well, who was the previous owner? We can't tell you that, I'm afraid, but it's a very good one. And when he went to get it, in the logbook, the previous owner was the royal household, and it got absolutely everything. This car, everything. In fact, he even had something for a blue light that the blue light had been taken off it, I think. But that was, and he loves this. He loves his car.
Yeah, I think if you look on Sky News quite often, you'll see some of the political parties driving around in XJs, royal household cars. Yeah,
do you give them those?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. That's dealt with Jaguar Land Rover directly.
Yeah. How does Land Rover Jaguar get to? Why is it one company? Because I mean, one is sporty, and the other one is much more stately, elegant, big car.
I think the two brands, they just sit side by side so well. I think, as Lee commented there, Jaguar will always be more of a sports car in terms of development, and that goes into saloons as well. They are sporty saloons. When we talk about Land Rover, it's a car for everyday use. It's a car that will do everything. It will go anywhere. The capability of those vehicles is absolutely phenomenal. So they are a true 4x4 vehicle. So I think as a brand, we're absolutely blessed to represent them, especially in the town of Bolton, but they sit extremely well.
OK, let's have a record. We'll come back to you for some more information. We're talking Jaguar Land Rover this morning with James and Lee. Now, you were saying, James, that I was saying that there seems to be an awful lot of staff at these. Well, there would be, because it's such a big organisation, and the see-through windows into the service bay and everything. Where did you get all your staff from?
Well, we're blessed. We're having a fantastic team already. So we merged two businesses, obviously the Jaguar business from Farnworth, in Bolton, and the Land Rover Bury site as well. So we were blessed with a great team, but what we needed to do was add some absolute fantastic talent to the team as well, and some fresh faces, really. So you mentioned the business itself, or the building. Yes, it's quite a big building, so we don't want people to walk in and feel that they're not being attended to. So we started off really with the showroom host role. So we took 6 new people to look after people from start to finish. So from the moment you walk through the door to the barista bar, and obviously all on the telephone systems as well. But you're right, looking into the workshop, we've got 23 ramps in the workshop, plus a rolling road, plus 2 MOT bays, and we need a great team of technicians to offer the great service that we do. So we held some local recruitment days in a couple of local hotels, which was great fun for the people involved and us, obviously for us as well. And we were able to bring some local people into the business, and they are the new faces of Farnell Jaguar Bolton.
Right. And do you do the thing at the moment is apprenticeships? Do you have an apprenticeship?
Absolutely, we work very closely with the manufacturer, so they're all Jaguar Land Rover approved apprenticeship programs that we offer. And this week we've just taken one of our latest apprentices on as an apprentice service advisor. So it's not necessarily just an apprentice as in workshop or maybe in the sales department. It's across the business. So that's something that we get really behind. What we want to do there is develop our own talent and also keep our staff in the business with us. The colleagues are the faces and the important part of our business, so naturally the training's got to be spot on. Everybody
who I saw, and I saw lots of them, were all immaculately dressed. Do they have to buy their own suits and things?
We do provide some workwear. Some of the suits they do provide themselves. We do pride ourselves in terms of how we look. We're a premium establishment and we want people to come in and be they're representing the company. But yeah, they do look great.
Yeah, they do. Although they all seem to be carrying a cup in the hand.
Plenty of cups of tea and coffee, absolutely.
Good lad. Are there any vacancies going at the moment?
We currently have no vacancies as such. We are looking for potential new people to come into the sales department, so that is something we are looking at. But at the moment, no, there's no further vacancies.
So is there any dead keen salespeople out there? I think they could
absolutely get in touch.
Fit into the premium brand market. That's good. Lee, have we got any new brands coming out from Jaguar at the moment?
There isn't anything definitive. The manufacturer keep things like that quite close to the chest. But I would imagine in the future that will be electric, certainly. Obviously I-Pace starts that revolution, and we're promised a few more in the future.
And electric cars can go quite fast, can't they?
They are, surprisingly. It's a bit eerie because they're quite quiet with it. But yes, the electric motors with the instant torque, etc. Yeah, they're extremely fast.
Well, on some of your cars, there's a little button you can press to make it noisier than it should be. You need to do that on the electric car as well, don't you?
Yeah, well,
so people know it's coming, because it's pretty eerie when you're kind of going along and somebody suddenly beeps the horn and there's a car there. How did that get there? You never knew it was there.
Well, they do. Funnily enough, there's something just been released from Jaguar around visually impaired people and hearing, that when the cars are slowing down, for instance, towards zebra crossings, that the cars will emit a certain noise, just to make people aware that they're there. And when they reverse, they'll emit a certain noise as well, and below certain speeds. So
I think that's
quite
essential.
Clever. Yeah. Absolutely.
So last final question to you, boss. Why did you invest so much money in Bolton? Is there a confidence there from you?
There's a huge confidence. I think Bolton's an absolute fantastic town. We're blessed, or we're already blessed.
Are you from Bolton?
We invested. I'm not. No, not originally. No.
Are you adopted?
I'm adopted, yeah. I'm not taught where I'm from. It's too close. But no, I think there is huge confidence. We've got huge confidence in the town, the people of Bolton. We're looking forward to obviously developing our business, and with it being involved in the local community, because I think that's something that's really important to us. But we're very confident, and we're looking forward to obviously the next few years to see how the business grows and how we grow within the community as well.
Okay, James and Lee, thank you so much for coming on Bolton FM this morning.
Pleasure. Thank you for having us.
And if anybody wants to see what a showroom looks like in today's modern era, get yourselves over to that JLR dealership on Higher Bridge Street.